You are watching Indiana University East Volleyball against Midway College. We are in Midway, Kentucky. The match is scheduled to start in 26 minutes. This is a test. Good evening, Red Wolf Nation. Welcome to Red Wolves Volleyball at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. This is Kyle Wright, the Associate Athletic Director and Sports Information Director here at IU East, here in Midway, Kentucky, for tonight's Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference volleyball matchup between your IU East Red Wolves and the host Midway College Eagles. The Red Wolves come into this one with a 5-9 overall record, still looking for their first conference win, 0-2 in league play so far. Midway comes into this, they are 3-11 overall. They do have a couple conference wins. They're 2-4 in the league with wins against Brescia and Alice Lloyd College. We'll be getting underway in about 3 minutes. You see Midway in blue warming up. IU East is in their Nike Cardinal red. The libero Madison Yoder will be in white. Looking at the last meeting for IU East, on Saturday, they had a tri-match at home against IU Southeast and Purdue University Calumet. First match went 5, but went the way of the Grenadiers. IU Southeast took that one in 5 sets. The Red Wolves did bounce back later that afternoon for a 4-set win against Purdue Calumet to improve to 5-9. IU East is actually 10-0 all-time against Midway since the Red Wolves joined the NAIA back in 2007. The most recent meeting was a 4-set victory for the Red Wolves back in 2013. This is the first of 3 road matches for IU East this week. The first 2 are actually conference matches, this one against Midway. Then on Saturday, the Red Wolves will be in Owensboro, Kentucky for a tri-match hosted by Brescia University. The Red Wolves' first match that day will be a conference match against Brescia. That's at 2 p.m. IU East time. That will be at IUERedWolves.com. If you're planning on making the trip to Owensboro, be aware Owensboro is on Central Time, so when your clocks or your cell phones reset on that trip, you're actually going to want to get to the gym at 1 o'clock Central Time if you make the trip. If you're watching back at IU East, then the time you're going to want to look for is 2 o'clock. Later that afternoon, 4 o'clock IU East time, IU East is going to play Fisk. That'll be the first meeting between IU East and Fisk since the Red Wolves joined the NAIA. Taking a quick look at Midway. Midway is under the direction of first-year coach Buddy Gallimore. Their most productive hitter is Krista Pruitt. She's a 5'9 senior hitter. She leads Midway with 2.2 kills per set. Their most efficient hitter is Shakira Young. She has a hitting average of 170. The hitting average for Midway as a team is 129. The setter is Shelby Mattingly. She averages 5.83 assists per set. She's also their leader in aces with .38 aces per set. Top defensive player is the libero Emily Castleman. You'll see her in a slightly different shade of blue. She averages 3.04 digs per set. The top blocker is Shakira Young with about 0.6 of a block per set. The Eagles' greatest strength, at least according to the national rankings, they rank 12th in the country in aces with a little more than 2 aces per set. So that'll be the challenge facing the Red Wolves tonight on serve receive, trying to keep the Eagles below their usual pretty productive average on aces. You see the teams lining up. We should have starting lineups and the national anthem in just a moment. We'll listen into the starting lineups. And a very nice job by the national anthem by the young lady singing for Midway. We're used to hearing a lot of places we go in the conference, we get the Leanne Rhymes recording of the national anthem, and there were a few moments I thought we were getting that recording. A very nice job. As they go through the lineups for IU East first, then for Midway, looking at the stat leaders for IU East, to have a couple folks in the national rankings. Mallory Livingston up to 20th in the country with 3.68 kills per set. She's also in the top 50 in the country with a 299 hitting average. Madison Yoder is now 32nd in the country with 5.19 digs per set. Looking at some of the other categories. For assists, at the moment, Caitlin Kelly leads the team with 4.34 assists per set. The stat's a little misleading for both IU East setters since usually one or the other is setting at a time. That average would be higher if we just divided it by the number of sets where they were the starting setter. Aces, Bailey Gates and Caitlin Kelly both leading the team with 16 total, 0.3 per set. We mentioned Madison Yoder leading the team in digs with a little more than 5%, and Bailey's leading the Red Wolves in blocks with a little more than 1%. IU East now cracked the top 50 in the national team rankings with blocks per set. So the Red Wolves one of the top 50 blocking teams according to the national rankings there. Everyone's been introduced. They're going to shake hands, and we'll be underway in a few moments with the Red Wolves and the Eagles. Again, Red Wolves will be in red. They'll be on the near side of your screen. The Eagles in blue. They'll be the far side of your screen for this first set. We appreciate you joining us here tonight at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. IU East looking for its first conference win, 0-2 league record so far. There's 10 conference games, so ready to start making some inroads on the win column on the conference record. Looks like Midway will have the first serve. Shelby Mattingly, who leads the team in aces, will be first to serve in this ball game. Final lineup checks are underway, final substitutions made, and we should be underway in just a moment. Mattingly, she's a senior outside hitter. She'll serve to get this match underway. And we're going to have a Midway player in the net, so first point of the match to the Red Wolves. Looks like they're going to say that was Krista Pruitt, the leading attacker for Midway. First point to IU East. That's Mallory Livingston with the kill, her first of the match. That makes it 2-0 for IU East. Mallory, as we know, just pretty much rained devastation on IU Southeast and Purdue Calumet this past weekend. School record 28 kills in the first match against IU Southeast. Came back with a bunch more in the second match against Purdue Cal. That time coming back for Midway. You see their first kill of the match. That's by Krista Roberts. That's the first point for the Eagles. 2-1. IU East lead cut in half. Now back to serve for Midway. That's Krista Pruitt, the top hitter for the Eagles. Now she'll try her hand at the serve. Off your screen, taking care of the bookkeeping at the scorers table. 2-1 IU East in the lead. And here's the serve by Pruitt. And a block up front. Detweiler on the attack, blocked back by Raquel Bowers and Krista Roberts for Midway. That ties it up at 2. Still serving is Pruitt. And Livingston answers for IU East, puts the Red Wolves back in front 3-2. 2 kills early on for Mallory, and she'll step back to serve. And this time they're going to say Morgan Dobbs in the net for IU East. The kill will be credited to Raquel Bowers. That ties it up at 3. That time pushed deep by Shelby Mattingly. Point IU East. They've managed to keep the lead throughout. This time 4-3. Bailey Gates will step back to serve it for the Red Wolves. That time reaching over for the kill is Morgan Steinbrenner. Bailey Gates will continue to serve. Red Wolves extend the lead to 2, 5-3. That one will sail long, 5-4, serve back to Midway. It's been tied a few times, but the Red Wolves have kept the lead throughout to this point. Subbing in to serve, Molly O'Brien, sophomore 5'7" from Bardstown, Kentucky. She'll serve it for the Eagles. That time kill out of the back row for Mallory Livingston. 6-4 Red Wolves. Katrina Detweiler to serve. Shakira Young on her first attack of the evening. Morgan Steinbrenner says not this time. Morgan with another play up front, 7-4 Red Wolves. Just wide that time. Steinbrenner tried the right sideline. Serve back to Midway. Red Wolves still lead 7-5. Up to serve the libero, Emily Castleman, also the top defender for Midway. And nice play there by Morgan Steinbrenner. Gets the serve back to IU East. They lead at 8-5. We're going to see Madison Mangus for the first time serving for IU East. Another long point, another big play up front by Morgan Steinbrenner, blocking Young again. 5-9 Red Wolves. Steinbrenner off to a strong start up front in this match. And they're going to, one way or another, IU East point. I'm not sure if it was a block or if it was just an attack into the net. Either way, good news if you're an IU East fan, and right now they're doubling it up. It's 10-5 IU East early in the first. And a one-handed block by Morgan Steinbrenner this time. Getting the job done all sorts of ways up front. 11-5, I don't have official stats in front of me, but Morgan either a kill or a block on, I believe, 4 of the last 5 points. Mangus will continue to serve for the Red Wolves. That time goes off the hands of the IU East defenders. That'll be a kill credited to Pruitt. So that breaks the IU East surge. 11-6 is the Red Wolf lead. Shakira Young is back to serve for Midway. Again, the most efficient hitter in the Midway lineup, though not the kills leader, but that serve will sail long. Point and serve back to IU East. You're going to see Yoder stepping to the back line. Another block for IU East. The block totals are going to look very nice at the end of this match. Livingston's going to get credit for it. Lee was who challenged her for Midway, 13-6. And we're going to have a timeout. Midway, the first timeout of the match. We'll take a break here at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
Back to Red Wolves volleyball at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. IU East leads in the first set, 13-6. Madison Yoder serving for IU East in the near court. And that one will sail wide. Serve back to Midway, 13-7. Back to serve will be Mattingly. We're back to where we started this match. Mattingly was the leadoff server for the Eagles, so we've been through a full rotation. Red Wolves basically able to get 2 points for everyone for Midway through the first time around. And one of the longest points of the match. It ends the same way that most of the points in this match have, with a point for IU East. Mallory Livingston with the kill to finish it off. A couple nice plays in the middle. You saw Katrina Detweiler with the one-handed save and Madison Yoder with a couple nice digs. This is Caitlin Kelly serving for IU East. Nice cover by Kelly. And they're going to say Caitlin slid across the middle line trying to make the play, maybe even touch the net. So good effort, but point's going to go to Midway. 14-8. Serving for Midway now will be Pruitt. Looks like making an adjustment on the wristband. Now the whistle blows, and we'll see the serve from Pruitt shortly. And first ace of the match for Midway. They average about 2 per set, so you've got to figure the Red Wolves' goal be to keep it ideally less than that, no more than that. And that time the attack by Bowers, Raquel Bowers off the second touch, maybe caught the Red Wolves a little off guard. The Red Wolf lead, it was 14-7 at the most, now it's down to 14-10. Continuing to serve is Pruitt. And great effort there by the Red Wolves. Yoder had a little trouble on the serve receive, but Kelly able to get it in a place where Mallory could make a play on it. Mallory did make a play on it for another kill. That puts IU East in front 15-10, and Livingston will be back to serve. Jennifer Harden got stuck trying to make a play out of nothing there. The ball got low and a little miscommunication looked like on the Midway side. Red Wolves will take the point. That makes it, in spite of what I just put on your scoreboard graphic, 16-10 IU East. We'll adjust that in a moment. That one sails wide by Jennifer Harden, 17-10 Red Wolves. A lot of back and forth action on that. It ends with a kill for Krista Roberts for Midway. Midway has some good size. They've got several players listed at 5'10", 5'11", even 6 foot. So they have the size to maybe keep up with IU East at the net, but so far the Red Wolves have had the better of it. And that time IU East able to take advantage of basically a free ball, had a Midway player in the net for good measure, so that extends IU East's lead to 18-11. Stepping back to serve will be Bailey Gates. And there you see the block. It looks like Katrina Detweiler and Caitlin Kelly had a hand in that one. 19-11 Red Wolves. Gates will continue to serve. Raquel Bowers puts that kill away for Midway. She is a 6'2" freshman all the way from Long Beach, California. So a nice recruiting get for the Eagles, 19-12. Back to serve will be Molly O'Brien, sophomore setter, much closer to Midway, Bardstown, Kentucky. They're going to say an illegal set by Jennifer Harden. Point for IU East. The lead back to 8. Katrina Detweiler back to serve. That one will sail long by Erica Lee. Point IU East. The lead is 9. And that one will land on the Red Wolves side of the net. A kill for Shakira Young. Red Wolves still with a fairly comfortable 8-point lead. Serving for Midway will be Emily Castleman. There a kill by Morgan Dobbs. Off the side of the hand, but went where she wanted. She saw opening on the sideline, was able to put the ball in the opening. Red Wolves lead back to 9, and serving will be Madison Mangus. I believe that one went in the net. The attack attempt by Erica Lee. Morgan Steinbrenner was there for the block just in case. And the lead is double digits for IU East. Two number 13s went for that one. Mallory Livingston got the better of the battle against Shakira Young, a block for Livingston. And that brings us to set point for the Red Wolves here in this first set. And that'll go deep, and that'll be the first set for IU East. Final score in the first set, IU East 25, Midway College Eagles 13. We'll take a break here at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
Welcome back to Red Wolves Volleyball at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. IU East won the first set here at Midway College, 25-13. We're a few seconds away from starting the second set. This time IU East in red will be on the far side of your camera. Midway in blue will be on the near side. IU East broke away early on in the first set. If memory serves, it was tied at about 3. Then the Red Wolves able to get on a bit of a run. Soon it was 10-5, and they pretty much were able to get 2 points for everyone for Midway the rest of the way. Again, don't have stats in front of me, so I'm unable to give you exact hitting percentages or numbers. Look at for the full box score at IUERedWolves.com. About an hour after tonight's match, we'll have those numbers up there for you. So IU East looking for its first conference win of the year. Midway, we mentioned, has a 2-4 conference record. IU East with another conference match this Saturday at Brescia in the first match of a tri-match. So a chance to get even on the league record pretty quickly if they can play effectively during this week. We're in Midway, Kentucky, a neat school. It's actually an all-girls school. If you can see the banners in the background, the middle banners you see are actually for equestrian. Midway is a very noted equine program, and some of the championship banners you see back there are for their equestrian programs. So a neat and very valued member of the Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. IU East to serve first in this set. That's Madison Yoder, and she'll send the first ball wide. So Midway, I believe, with its first lead. I believe IU East held the lead throughout the first set. So Midway with the first point of the second set, and that's their first lead of the match. Serving it for Midway in front of your screen, Shelby Mattingly will lead it off for the Eagles. And they'll go to the go-to player, Mallory Livingston. Again, she's had an outstanding year, actually, but taking it to another level starting this weekend. Had 43 kills in one day and off to another strong start here. Ties the set at 1 as Caitlin Kelly will serve long. So 2 missed serves to start the set for IU East. They trail 2-1. Very early stages of the second set. Back to serve, Christina Pruitt for Midway. Just out of your screen, you'll see her coming in on the left. This time they'll try Livingston again off the hand of Mattingly. Back to a tie score, back to Red Wolf serve. This will be Livingston on the serve. That time trying to tip it was Krista Roberts for Midway. The set looked like a little farther out than she was expecting. Tried to make a tip play on it, unable to get it over the net on the first touch. Touched it again for a fourth touch, point IU East. And a bit of bad luck there for the Red Wolves. You saw the ball roll along the top of the tape. It dropped on the Eagles side of the net to tie things up at 3. Serving it for the Eagles will be Krista Roberts. And you see Bailey Gates hit one at us. I believe that's the first kill of the night for Bailey. Red Wolves back up 1. Bailey will serve it. Also one of the co-leaders in the team in aces. Came into this match with 16 on the year. That one drops. Nice back row attack from Krista Roberts. That ties this set back up. We're still early in the second set. In the serve will be Molly O'Brien. She'll also be the setter while she's in here. Midway using 2 setters. Mattingly is the other one. She's listed as an outside hitter, but they've got 2 setters splitting the duties here. Right now, for the next few rotations, it'll be O'Brien. That one lands on the Midway side of the net. Point Red Wolves. And Katrina Detweiler will be back to serve it for IU East. Another unforced error on the Eagles side. Red Wolves will take it. Their lead is 2. And nice play all around for IU East. They had Midway on the defensive throughout, and a authoritative attack from Morgan Dobbs. She also had a great day on Saturday, a career-high 18 kills in that match against IU Southeast. Very strong hitting average as well. So Morgan Dobbs starting to break through here late in September. Another kill for Morgan, an assist for Katrina Detweiler. She got the second touch, actually threw a pretty nice set cross court, and Morgan Dobbs there to put it away. And all of a sudden, the Red Wolves have doubled up the score. Eagles able to break the Red Wolves' run. That's Jennifer Harden with the kill. They reduce the Red Wolf lead to 3. Serving it for the Eagles will be Castleman. And a kill for Morgan Steinbrenner. She was key in getting the Red Wolves off to the fast start in the first set. That time basically goes into the defender, gets the kill, puts the Red Wolf lead back to 4. And after a couple early wobbles early in this set, Red Wolves off to, I won't call it a comfortable lead, but a respectable lead. Serving it is Mangus. And Midway able to find Young. She goes cross court for a kill. IU East lead is 3. Midway will serve. That will be Young stepping back to serve it for Midway. And she's going to serve up an ace. We mentioned at the opening, Midway's most impressive stat is service aces per set, among the national leaders in that. Red Wolves kept it under control in the first set. Let's see if they can stop this run, serving run by Young, as quickly as it started. And nice attack by Morgan Steinbrenner. Went off the hands of Roberts, also went off the hands of Young, and the Eagles unable to corral it before it hit the hardwood. Red Wolves lead by 3. And there's an ace for IU East. It went off the tape, but they'll take it. Yoder will get credit for it. Red Wolves lead at 4. And they're going to say a rotation was not correct for Midway. Midway not necessarily agreeing and not being familiar with Midway. I'm not even going to attempt to weigh a judgment. They're going to discuss it. At the moment, they've put the point on the scoreboard for IU East, and they're going to take it off the scoreboard. They're going to say a replay. So one of those rare sites you see the coach winning the discussion. We'll certainly assume he was correct in his assessment. So Yoder serves again. And Red Wolves still going to get a point out. They're going to call illegal contact on the, when I covered Lafayette Jeff, they called that a go ball. They're going to call that on the Midway. So point IU East, the lead is 5. And that one's going to say a wide, and a couple service errors. 3 total, I believe, in this set for IU East. Probably a few more than they prefer. The lead is 4, 12-8. Back to serve for Midway. It's Mattingly, and she'll be setting while she's in. That time there for the block was Raquel Bowers and Krista Roberts. Bowers is 6'2", was able to get in there to get a hand on that one. Lead down to 3 for IU East, continuing to serve as Mattingly. And another block for the Eagles, this time credit to Krista Pruitt. Eagles on a bit of a run, getting a spark from the front row blocking. IU East lead is 2. There, Mallory Livingston able to split right through the 2 would-be blockers, stops that Midway run, restores the IU East lead to 3. That's Kelly on the serve for IU East. And they go back to Bowers, and why not? If you got a 6'2" person on your side, may as well use her. Freshman gets the kill, it's 13-11. Serving just off your screen is Pruitt. You'll see her coming in on the left shortly. Ooh, that one they're going to say went just long. Red Wolves get it blocked back against them a couple times. The long point, one of the longer ones of the match, goes to Midway, and they've got it down to 1. And another block. Midway with, looks like 4 blocks in the last 8 points, and they've tied this one up at the midway point of the second set. And Pruitt with the service error, point to IU East, so they stay in the lead after that run by the Eagles. Livingston will go back to serve it for the Red Wolves, trying to rebuild that lead back to a more comfortable margin. Nice cover by Emily Castleman. It leads to a kill for Bowers. We're tied back up. 14 all, serving is number 14, Roberts. Livingston will try it out of the back row. Eagles able to dig it. But the serve, I should say the set, gets away, and that keeps IU East in the lead. Gates will serve it for the Red Wolves. And there for the block, or at least the distraction, was Steinbrenner. That was Young bidding to tie it back up. Instead, the Red Wolves pop back ahead by 2. There's some quick offense for IU East. It leads to a kill for Steinbrenner, the lower set than some of the ones we've seen earlier, all in the Red Wolves lead, restored to 3. That one's going to sail. And just as quickly, the IU East lead is back to 4. We may see a timeout by Midway soon. They got to think about breaking the momentum as we get to the end stages of this second set. And another block from Morgan Steinbrenner. She's going to have some very nice block numbers when this one's all said and done. The IU East lead is 5. Gates has served the last 5. and that ball's going to join us. Some nice digs by IU East. You saw Bailey Gates with one of them, Caitlin Kelly with another, but it ends with an attack going long. So good defense. On other days, that kind of effort will pay off. In that particular point, the point goes to the Eagles. And there's Morgan Dobbs off the hands of the Midway blockers. The lead is 5. Red Wolves just need to be the first to 5 before Midway can get 10. Detweiler will serve it. The time Steinbrenner tried to attack off the first touch, but ball goes in the net. Point for Midway. Castleman, the libero, to serve. That time Morgan Steinbrenner kind of saved that one. The set maybe a little low, able to do almost an underhanded attack. I mean that as a compliment. Able to sneak it through the Midway blockers. It hits the hardwood. IU East lead is 5. That's Madison Mangus back there to serve for the Red Wolves. They're going to call the error against Roberts for Midway. IU East leading 6, and a good time to be up 6 as we get the end stages of this second set. IU East looking for its first road win. They have a road win against Earlham, but the first true road win outside the city of Richmond. Also a few neutral court victories, but the only road win officially this year was at Earlham. So looking for the first road win outside the city of Richmond. They lead by 5 in the second set. That kill on that last play went to Roberts, and now serving it for Midway is Young. That time Morgan Steinbrenner got a chance for a swing with quite literally no one there. Just drops it over the net for an easy kill, and IU East is up 6. Nice serve there for Madison Yoder. Credit her with the ace, her second, I believe, of the set. And that brings us to set point for the Red Wolves. Another strong serve. This time Eagles are going to get a swing on it. IU East will go to Livingston, still alive. Bailey Gates thought she had it blocked back, but Krista Roberts with kind of a reflex play for Midway got her hand at the right place at the right time, resulting in the ball going into the wrong place at the wrong time for the Red Wolves. Point Midway, 24-18. And Mattingly's going to have to serve 6 in a row to keep her team in it in this second set. And it is out. And second set to the Red Wolves, 25-18. So Red Wolves lead. The first 2 set scores have been 25-18, 25-13. We'll take a break, be back in about 3 minutes here at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IUE Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IUE's athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20.
And welcome back to Red Wolves Volleyball at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. About to start the third set. IU East won the first 2 sets, 1 set away from their first conference victory of this young, actually not that young anymore. We're about halfway through the 2014 season, believe it or not. Kind of appropriate. We're almost at the midway point of the season. We're playing at Midway, Kentucky. Red Wolves looking to get that first conference win here against the Eagles. IU East will be on the near side on your screen in this third set. Midway on the far side. Red Wolves in cardinal, Eagles in blue. It should be Midway serving to start it. The last 2 sets, Mattingly's been their leadoff server, and it looks like she will do so again to start the third. First set was 25-13. Second set was 25-18. Look for Red Wolves. If you're a Red Wolf fan, you want to see IU East continue to play at a reasonably high level, not have any drop-off in their level of play here in this third set. So we had early start time if all goes well if you're an IU East fan, and that certainly looked well with Mallory Livingston with yet another kill. If all goes well, not only an early start time, but maybe an early home time as well. Caitlin Kelly back to serve for the Red Wolves. Livingston again, off the hands of the Midway defenders, another kill. 2-zip Red Wolves, and just the start, you got to figure IU East wanted to start this third set. Got the first 2 sets to the good, want to get off to a good start in the third. 2 of IU East's win this year have been of the 3-0 variety, looking to do it for the third time tonight. And that time Mallory and Bailey Gates will team up for the block. 3-zip Red Wolves. Credit the ace to Caitlin Kelly as the ball lands untouched after the initial pass. 4-0 for the Red Wolves. And they're going to give the block to Katrina Detweiler. The first touch, I think, was okay. Second one, not so much. And the Red Wolves just keep it going. Eagles finally get on the scoreboard here in this set. Krista Roberts with the kill for the Eagles, so 5-1. Midway did erase about a 5-point IU East lead in the second set before the Red Wolves pulled away again. So if you're an IU East fan, you're going to want to see another service run or 2 before you start to feel completely comfortable. There's an ace credited to Pruitt. Had 3 folks looking at it, but no folks diving after it. The lead reduced to 3. That one will sail along. Snaps the mini run for Midway. The lead is 4 for IU East. Livingston will be serving. That one will go long as well. The attempt by Jennifer Harden just long. And IU East back to that 5-point lead. That's been their biggest lead of the set. Dobbs with another effective play. Again, she's had a real breakthrough week. I believe she had a strong hitting percentage against Earlham as well. Career high 18 kills against IU Southeast and a strong performance tonight. IU East strong all around, leading 8-2, up 2-0. They're awarding the point to IU. He's got a line judge saying touch. I didn't see if it did or not. Looks like there won't be any discussion about it. So point to IU East. That lead is up to 7. Good way if you're a Red Wolf fan to start this third set. And that one will land just short, going for another short serve. The run is done, but it ends with IU East up by 6. Serving for Midway will be Roberts. That time able to get it over the IU East defense. It's got a few hands on, but Shakira Young with the kill for the Eagles. The IU East lead is 5. It's bounced around that area since the Red Wolves took the first 5 points of this set. Time at ace for Roberts. And again, the Red Wolves, you never want to see any, but they've kept Midway averages about 2 per set, which is actually one of the better totals in the country. IU East has managed to keep Midway from just going crazy as far as getting free points off the serve. That one probably not the way the Red Wolves drew it up, but they will take it. Katrina able to stretch every inch of her 6'2" frame, get a fingertip on that ball and get it somewhere where a Midway defender couldn't get it back. It drops for a point. Red Wolves lead is 5. Serve by Bailey Gates sails long. Serve back to Midway. IU East lead is 4. O'Brien in to serve and presumably to set. And a big swing for Morgan Dobbs. Unfortunately, if you're an IU East fan, they're going to say she hit the net in the process, so the lead down to 3. But if you're Coach Niekamp, you like the aggressive swing. More often than not, that will pay off for IU East. That time the first pass got away for IU East. Goes over where Erica Lee gets a free swing on it. Puts it down for a kill. IU East lead down to 2. Got a headband malfunction. That's taken care of for O'Brien. She'll continue to serve. She's served the last 2. That time able to get Morgan Steinbrenner stepping into an attack. You're going to like, if you're an IU East fan, you're going to like the results when that happens. Stops the run for Midway at 3 points, and the Red Wolf lead is 3. Katrina Detweiler will serve it up. Nice dig by Yoder. Let's see if the Red Wolves can put a little pressure on the Eagles. And nice turnaround for IU East. They were on the defensive, able to make a nice defensive play there for a solid pass, and all of a sudden they were able to go on the attack. So the lead is 4. Detweiler will serve again. That'll go deep, head toward our booth. If you would call this a booth, I'm on a couple of tables, was able to find Midway courteous enough to let us borrow from their stage where we're sitting. IU East leads by 5. If they can get this point, it'd be their biggest lead of the set. Couple good plays for IU East before Dobbs with the kill at the end. Before that, Morgan Steinbrenner just went up and made a play. Red Wolves are out of system, but Morgan Steinbrenner is still able to make a very effective attack. And that kept IU East in control of the point. What do we got here? Going to call Caitlin Kelly for the ball handling error. So that stops the IU East run. They were able to get it to a 6-point lead, which was their largest of the set. Now down to 5, which is where it's bounced for most of the set. Castleman back to serve for the Eagles. And a couple Red Wolves converged on that one. I don't know if you could tell from the camera. Had 2 people swinging at it, basically. That'll be an error against IU East. Point Midway. That one will sail along. And the IU East lead, as it has been frequently throughout this set, is 5, as you see Madison Mangus stepping back to serve. And an ace for Madison Mangus. She had a team-high 3 against Purdue Calumet in the last match of the tri-match on Saturday, and gets an ace here to put the IU East lead at 6. Timeout Midway. We'll take a timeout too here at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
And we're back at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Network. We're in the third set of a KIAC volleyball match between IU East and Midway. Red Wolves took the first 2 sets, gave up no more than 18 points in either of those, and they lead 16-10 here in the third, looking for their first conference win of 2014. This is the 15th match of the season on a 32-match schedule, so not quite literally the midway point, even though we are in Midway, Kentucky, but very close. Midway, so named, so I'm told it is the midway point between Lexington and Louisville. A hop, skip, and a jump, or in volleyball terms, a bump, set, and spike away from Interstate 64. About a 3-hour drive from IU East. They're breaking the run for Midway, Shakira Young. IU East has pretty much kept a 5-point lead. They got 5 points of this set and basically have kept the 5-point lead throughout the set. It's gotten as close, I believe, as 2. It hadn't been any bigger than 6, which is where it's going to be after that quick attack by Caitlin Kelly. Red Wolves by 6. Madison Yoder back to serve. That time found an opening, did Krista Roberts, so kill Midway, point Midway. Still a 5-point lead. Coming in, arguably, literally Midway's biggest threat in the sense that she's 6'2" and taller than everyone else. Raquel Bowers also had a very effective stretch for her in the middle of the second set, where Midway, for a few moments, looked like they might push the second set to the wire, maybe even steal it. So she'll be up front. Serving it is Mattingly. She'll be setting for Midway. And off the set from Kelly, Mallory Livingston puts another one away. She's going to have nice kill numbers again. She, again, up to 20th in the country in the kills per set national rankings is Mallory. And I don't think anything she's done tonight is going to change that ranking, maybe even improve it. There for the block, it's Katrina Detweiler, and Bailey Gates also had a hand in that and able to break through that 6-point wall that had kind of developed. Red Wolves out to a 7-point lead, their biggest of the set. Nice attack there by Pruitt, again the leading attacker for Midway. The lead back to 6 for IUE. 6 points away from the first conference win of the year for the Red Wolves. This would presumably bode well for their chances against Brescia in that conference match on Saturday. Midway beat Brescia in 5 games very recently. As you see that ball sail onto our stage. Point IU East, they're at the 20-point mark, 5 away from wrapping up this match. Red Wolves tried to hustle that one down, going to call an illegal touch on one of those last 2 contacts, so the lead stays at 6 for IU East. And the serve goes back to Midway. It'll be Roberts for the Eagles. And a big block that time for the Eagles. With a hand in the net is Bowers and Young. The lead is 5. 5 points away from the match for IU East. 5-point deficit facing Midway. A nice backhanded attack by Midway's Cummins, who's in for, I believe she played a little bit in the second set as well in these late stages, but it went on the wrong side of the net pole. So point IU East, and Bailey Gates with the serve. Big swing there for Shakira Young. Wrong foots Bailey. She was there, just took a step slightly the wrong way. So point Midway. Again, that magic 5-point margin, that seems to be just the operative number in this set. Looking to change that is O'Brien. And Red Bulls unable to corral that one in a way they wanted. 4-point lead, also 4 points from the match. Nice attack there by Katrina Detweiler over the blocker, over the head of the would-be defender as well. 3 points away from a 3-set win. Morgan Steinbrenner puts the Red Wolves 2 points away. Midway going way back to collect that one. It's going to go wide. It was actually under the basketball goal. May have actually made contact with the basketball goal. And that brings us all of a sudden to match point for IU East. If they can get this, this would be their biggest lead of the set. And a nice way to end it that would be. They're going to say off of IU East, so credit Young with a kill. Eagles stay alive for the time being. And that's the way you want to finish it. Overpass Morgan Steinbrenner with an uncontested swing. Puts it down. Game, set, and match for the Red Wolves. Scores 25-13, 25-18, and again 25-18 in the third set. Red Wolves will improve to 6-9, 1-2 in the conference. Midway falls to 3-12. They are 2-5 in the league. We'll take a very quick break, see if we can talk to Coach Niekamp or perhaps one of the players. We'll be back at IUERedwolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network.
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they had already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
Back at IUERedwolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. IU East a 25-13, 25-18, 25-18 victory tonight at Midway College. First conference win of the year for the Red Wolves. We're hoping to get a few words with Coach Niekamp, maybe a couple of the players. Again, if you're a Red Wolf fan, make sure you either, if you're not going to make the trip to Owensboro, Kentucky, about 5 hours from IU East, you get an hour back, so on the Central Time Zone. We will have both of those games on the air at IUERedwolves.com. First match, IU East time, IU East against Brescia on Saturday. That's at 2 o'clock, and it's a tri-match, so the Red Wolves will be right back at it against Fisk at 4 o'clock. And we see Coach Niekamp making her way this way. I've only plugged in one headset, so we'll have to share a headset, but we'll get to Coach Niekamp's thoughts on today's match. As Coach jumps the stage, congratulations on the win. Just your overall thoughts on today's performance.
I thought it was a good, solid conference win for us. I think they could have stepped up their energy a little bit, but I guess that's what you get for a road game.
If you had to give it a letter grade, A, B, C, D, I can't imagine you'd give it an F, but what grade would you give it, and why would you pick that grade?
I would give it a B. I think our effort was a lot more solid on Saturday. I think after the tough matches on Saturday, we came out a little weak today.
And then besides those weaknesses, just first off, any spots you were pleased with, and then I'll also ask you just spots you want to shore up before Saturday's tri-match.
I think our blocking picked up today. We saw a couple different hitters getting some solid swings. I'd still like to see our service receive and our aggressiveness on the plays pick up a little bit.
And any other thoughts from this one today?
Nope, I'm just glad we got a conference win finally.
All right, let's get back to Richmond. So, Coach, congratulations on the win. Again, 25-13, 25-18, 25-18. We'll be back at it on Saturday, 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock IU East time. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Kyle Wright. Thanks for joining us for IU East Volleyball at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network.